Houston. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans.
Set to kick off.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. They're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to work. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And out of bounds right around the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do. But when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try to match his athleticism.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Jackson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead.
Well, CD, that was a well-orchestrated drive by Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, and how about the way he capped it off, too? Orchestrate the drive and then let everybody know exactly who the guy is on the field you got to watch on every play. Finishes it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line. Here's the first carry from Matt Breida. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Breida on the carry.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Tua going to hand this one to Breida. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Now it's Breida. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. You give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
1st down, Miami.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 37-yard line. They run with Breida. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Getting 4 down to the 36.
On the carry.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
3rd down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They go play action with Jackson. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 52 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Quick throw out wide to Fuller. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This is Breida. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fielded at about the 28. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Now it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
No grounding call there. He had a receiver near the right sideline. It was pretty clear there. He just needed to get rid of that one.
And he did have a receiver in the area, but initially my view was obstructed, and I thought that was going to be grounding, but clearly the correct call made, and that is no call.
Is that why you threw your play sheet down? Is that why you did it? Was that the flag?
You can't be giving me up. I got a lot of issues up here in the booth. He's letting this one go for 4. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Again, Jackson. He's letting this one go for 4. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A carry here for the big tight end. Showed off the power, but not much room to run. Brought down at the 5. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Here's Breida. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards, the final tally.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we see both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
From the gun, Jackson. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson flushed out right. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans push further out in front.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
First play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Setting to throw on first down is Tua. And the ball is out. And the Texans scoop it. And great field possession coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They've become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
No gain on the play.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long fourth and goal.
Fourth and goal.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels like a whole lot better running off the field.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
And
now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation. Knowing when it exists to go to it, they did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
Third down, Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run there.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Tua. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
2 yards. And it's third down.
Tua going to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Kenny Clark picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. .44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. And you know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
22-yard line. That's the end.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Jackson from the shotgun. They'll find Hall. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there, 26 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. Full left side complete. It's Hall. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
At the 12-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson steps away to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not...
And did he break the plane? Yes, he did. Touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time. We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now a give to Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Brought
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't it?
They run again with Breida. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Followed a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
And 10 at the 28-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first one, this from 44 yards out now. Tucker's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. Big reason why they're down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tua. Set here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Tua. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
First down, Miami.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And the Dolphin first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 10-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Texans.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Been the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Hey, can I kick it? With the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. How did the lady go miss? How she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Yeah, I